Right, okay, hi guys, how's it going? Okay, so, to those of you who don't know me, I am Hazel. And I was asked on Reddit to actually do this video analysis of somebody's tournament game. Now, I don't normally like to do this, I don't actually do this a lot, this quote-unquote play-by-play analysis. But I decided that I was going to go ahead and give it a shot anyway, simply because I feel like this YouTube channel doesn't have any content on it currently. And I might as well, pump some stuff on it. And also I get to make a couple of really friendly American guys really happy, hopefully. So let's see how this goes. Now, I want to stress this first by mentioning that I haven't actually watched these games. I just watched like the first 5 minutes. Just to see that the video worked and everything, or that the recording worked and everything. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't this is all going to be very, very swing and a miss kind of type deal. The first thing I want to really point out here is I use this tool called Screen Marker. As you can see, I can write on the screen, draw on the screen. It's a little more easy for me to do than cutting out and like pasting a picture into Paint and then drawing there. So we're going to be using this. Something that's missing from the replay, I can tell you, is the pick and ban phase, the discussion that goes on during the pick and ban phase, as well as I have no information regarding, because this is a tournament game I'm seeing, so I would like ideally to be in a situation where I knew, is this actually the kind of comp that the team was going for? Is this actually what the guys were hoping to get? I have an article that I will attach in the description of this video. That also talks a little bit about how to self-coach and self-practice, right? Part of this is how to actually use ranked fives and how to use tournaments most efficiently. Off the top of my head, this team comp looks a little bit messy for several reasons that I will go into if the problems with this team comp actually occurs. However, what we do want to notice is we're in a situation where mostly our only source of way of clearing this team comp is going to be the Sivir, right? So the Sivir has the issue right here that, I mean, I can see what they're going for by denying the Maokai top lane pick and picking another decently strong top laner. But I feel like they would have been a lot better off. Also, I don't know the pick and ban phase, but I feel like they would have been a lot better off just straight up sending the Maokai top lane and going for something stronger in the jungle, simply because Maokai is very prone to getting counter ganked, right? So what they're looking at here is they're looking at a bunch of champions that actually kind of can't afford to fall behind in the mid game. Their spike is in the mid game, but with this jungler who can't necessarily set them up for success, right? They have a decent team fighting comp. However, they don't actually have all that the ability to snowball coming out of this team that they want to have. So let's try to play this shit and see what happens.
Alright, so we're gonna
They're not here,
pausing.
so they probably are.
Right, okay. So, the first thing I want to point out right
They
here.
are doing.
There, here.
Let's turn down the volume a little bit. So this right here, let's pause it. Everybody collapses in this. This is bad. You shouldn't collapse in this. It's very, very obvious to everybody that this guy's gonna get away. What you want to do instead of trying to get some kind of weird pick with a team comp that has nothing level 1, Jenna doesn't do much level 1, this guy doesn't do much at level 1, Diana. Maokai can do stuff at level 1, but then he's like, he has a ridiculously long cooldown on the sapling that he has chosen. So this isn't a fight you even want to take, so collapsing on this makes no sense. Instead, what you want to do is you want to take your Janna and your Sivir and go in and get the wards in the enemy side jungle, right? So that's really just the level 1 here. Yeah, see, he even calls it out himself. He can just walk the fuck away out there. Like, he can just get out. So there's essentially what you guys are doing right now is you're wasting your level 1. You're chilling in the middle.
I don't even think they got that. They might have just placed one right there.
It's good that you don't, like, you call out that you might not be sure where the wards are, right? See if we can fast forward. Nothing else happens here, I believe.
Lissandra started.
Right, so you start this camp for him. I'm not quite sure why you don't start clearing from the other side, setting up a gank in the bottom lane. Because you know that this guy, Nar, shouldn't necessarily get ganked early, just because he has to hop the flash. Lissandra can set up a pretty decent gank, but you should be decent in this lane.
He started.
Let's see. Got shoved in, takes a little bit too much damage. So Janna isn't really helping setting up the wave here. That's a minor mistake. Can you speed up?
Alright, so their vibe
Like on
probably
Twitch?
started topside, I'm
think
gonna
so.
guess.
I think so.
Right, I want to call out an issue right here. This is useless information. Vi probably started top lane. This is not necessarily super relevant to you guys. What you want to be saying is, I'm fairly sure that Vi started top lane, or I'm 60% sure. You want to put a number in on it so everybody else is involved, right? Vi probably started top lane means mid lane and bot lane is now playing defensive, even if they didn't necessarily have to or should be playing defensive following this call. So you want to tell bot lane, how sure fucking are you, right? You want to tell everybody, how sure are you then that this is the correct call? Minor communication issue. Overextension by Janna here. You have to flash her.
Christ.
Yeah, good. So this is like it's just a level 2 spike that you
They're
got fucked
putting
by.
a lot of pressure on bot lane.
This is like, I don't want to call it a rookie mistake, but this is like minor thing. What should happen here, like ideally, is the Maokai farms to level 3, then ganks to top lane. He should get counter ganked if the enemy has any rain. I have a feeling though that you're gonna like call out the fact that bot lane is struggling a little bit, and you have the first gank happen in the bot lane, which isn't necessarily a good thing. The only reason you picked this Gnar when you had the Maokai pick, or picked the Maokai when you had the Gnar, right? Should be if you're like looking to have the mid and top lane going. Bot lane is a safe lane. You can farm decently with Sivir. You can farm well with Janna as well. So you don't actually need to help, especially when you're getting pushed to the turret like this. Don't give a shit about process. Fast forward. Yep. Okay. So unpause, right?
Graves is not bot
You have to
lane.
tie faster, mate. Right. So if the call was correct from you guys and level.
Right there.
Yeah, okay, so as we can now correctly judge that Vi actually did start top lane, or she wouldn't be in her bottom side jungle. The wave is pushing for you, which
Is
is
she
bad because
bot
this
side
open
mid?
shot. If you face check a bush now, you might die to it, or because of it, because you have no flash. Maokai does go for the gank, actually, top lane. He could have gone for the counter gank, but you should lose the 3v3, so it's good that he goes for the gank instead of the top lane.
Vi's bot lane.
Yeah, so Vi is there. You got the word down before. Yeah, good. Okay, so the first blood there is good. It's crisp. It does play to your strength in the
Alright,
game.
Vi's coming back up that way. I don't know if she's taking.
This might annoy the fuck out of you, the fact that you can hear the communication, but I have to hear this. A very important thing that you need to really pay attention to here is, if we look at the item spikes in everybody's kind of shenanigans, right? Level 6. Alright, that's bad color. Level 6. Probably level 6, right? All of these champions are good through the mid game. Can fall off hard in the late game. Sivir falls off. These guys get tanky but don't deal a lot of damage. I don't have any idea what the fuck Diana does in the late game. In the late game. But I can tell you right now that she might actually struggle against the Graves and the Katarina. Simply because of the fact that both of these champions can get like, they can delay shit, like Katarina can Sonias and such. So you want to put a lot of emphasis in this comp on taking the first and second dragons. Simply because this is when you spike, right? You pick yourself into kind of a teamfight comp with some pick potential. But you want to really put an emphasis on abusing your level 3 spike. So let's see if you actually do this.
They're going dragon. They're going dragon.
It also means,
Can
of course,
we
that
do anything
Nara
about this?
should
top
be
hard.
careful with this
Shove
teleport here.
top hard, and I don't know if we can actually do much.
So somebody called for the hard shove and top lane. Okay.
You can definitely harass him.
This is a bad idea. Janna has.
You got it?
But there's 4 of them.
Yeah, but you have boomerang blade.
So this is a like a little bit of what's it called? Like you basically gauge it wrong. You go for the harass when Diana is a null factor until level 6. You should get he gets one you want, I guess. If you're not level 6, like if you have a comp that's so you have a comp that scales really hard at level 6, like actually gets really good at level 6, and then you go in on level 4. This doesn't make any sense to me. Katarina is okay, but the real danger here is of course the massive amount of damage early game from Graves and from Vi. So you should lose this fight even if they're tanking the dragon, if they play smart, especially because you know you are in a disadvantage, right? So there's no reason to go for the fight even if you're down. Your only damage is from Sivir. Diana's damage in this fight is conditional, So Sivir is the only one who can do quote-unquote guaranteed damage. So this fight overall is a little bit sloppy.
Maybe not get the turret. Okay.
So Sandra comes back. You lose the dragon.
No ignite cat.
Alright. Calls out the ignite. It's fine.
Grave shield for knowledge.
I'm sitting on my knees on the floor right now.
Back.
I'm gonna sit on a chair, I think. This is a lot better.
Katarina's back, man.
So,
She got me in mid, but that's not
right
that
off
big of a
the
deal.
bat-
Hey, do you have a dragon timer?
right off the bat, we also know, like just by looking at their team comp, what they want to do, right? These guys are all about that early pressure. Graves has early pressure. Nautilus has, I guess he has early pressure, like at least he has a lot of lockdown set up for ganks. Vi is a super good ganker. Meaning essentially what you guys want to do is you want to kind of mind game them. You want to like acknowledge the fact that you can't do anything level 1 and not necessarily go for these 1v1s, these 2v2s. You want to play smart, and instead of fighting for objectives like you just did, you want to trade them, right? So instead of sending a Diana who doesn't have her ultimate to the dragon, what you want to do instead is you want to have her shove out the mid lane. You had 2 guys shoving out the top lane, which was the correct call here. Right. Get shoved in again. It's very, very rare that you're going to get shoved in on Sivir. But I guess it happens just because Graves is like a big guy, right? So you get this top turret right here. Get the top lane turret. Good call. Not much to say about it other than the fact that what this does is now we know that the next fight can win you the game, because Nara doesn't have anything that keeps him in top lane anymore. We know that your team comp spikes at level 6. If you don't actually set up good vision in preparation for this next dragon, then that's definitely gonna be a big part, or maybe even the turning point in this game. So nobody's actually here, but you don't have any vision either, other than in the lane. All your vision, you don't have a single aggressive board, even though you're not necessarily too far behind in this game, if that makes any sense to you. Like you are down a kill and maybe a bit of CS. I haven't seen that yet. But essentially what you're looking at here is you're gimping yourself by playing too defensive on purpose, right? You're putting all your wards super defensively, even though there isn't really much reason to do it. I know I told you guys that you had to play defensive at level, like until level 6, but there's a difference between doing defensive wards and playing defensively, right? Doing defensive wards means you wait for, or playing defensively means you wait for the enemy to make a move and then you can counter move. So if Viking spot lane, top lane goes in and gets vision, or mid lane goes in and gets vision, or jungle goes in and gets vision, right? It essentially means you use the opportunity of the enemy jungler showing herself to take something else on the map. So you want to go for the top tower if Viking spot lane or takes dragon. You want to shove out mid lane if they do the same thing, right? And if they go top lane, if I goes top lane, what you want to do instead is what you want to do instead is you want to just need to see this fight, right? So this right here is like, you guys back off a little too far when you have the Maokai coming in. You also see both enemies, like the jungler and the mid laner, and it's just a huge mistake. Sivir should have killed him here. Alright, okay. So a little bit of a sloppy tower dive. You don't have a tower diving comp, at least not right now. You actually do have a decent tower diving comp, except for the fact that you guys are super squishy early game. So you can tower dive at level 9 to 12 maybe. But you want to hold off right now with it. Especially, like, you have no solid lockdown, so while you can actually stay under tower for a good while, you don't want to do it because you don't have any ways of locking the enemy down, which leaves room for them to outplay you, right? Diana should struggle in his mid lane because of the Katarina. Let's look at the stats here. Yeah, Katarina is doing fine. Fortunately, Diana plays well into Katarina. Otherwise, she would have been screwed. Fat Katarina is like, Fat Yi. You just don't want to deal with that shit, right? So Janna has the Sightstone now. What you want to do is you want to have Diana shove out the mid lane and then get a board on the Wraith right now. Or even better, kill the fucking Katarina. Right, okay, if you don't... Hold on. So, this ward right here is, again, way too defensive, right? They have no mid laner, meaning even if you do meet the Vi, what you're looking at is you're looking at a 2v1 collapse from you guys because they don't have a mid laner. She just died. You could have done the same if she backed, meaning you actually want to go in deeper get that deeper vision down. You want to get it on the red buff or on here, right? You could do both. That's fine. But this word right here doesn't show you anything of importance other than it helps your Diana play a little more, be a little more aggressive. But you can do the same and get more information just by going for the deeper words. So play aggressive, please. Good. Zone control. Now you're controlling the zone really well, but there's no reason to, per se, because there's no dragon. So you want to set this up, but you want to set it up in 1.5 to 2 minutes. You can afford to do it though, because you're shoved on the turret, but they're gonna hit like their 6-6 power spike way before you guys. Which does leave room for them to tower dive you.
Cat's coming, so I don't know if this is more.
So hold on. I really want to see this. Yeah, okay. So hold on. No, please no. So what essentially what's happening here is you're doing an unprepared dive. You're not. Let me tell you the rule of 3 things. Right? It doesn't have a name, but I call it the condition law. Right? There's always 3 conditions you have to be able to meet in order to, like when you're choosing whether to go for an objective or contest an objective, you have to be able to answer 3 questions. Question number 1: do I have vision on and around set area? Right? Do I have vision control? Question number 2: are my lanes in the relevant zones shoving out? And question number 3: you have to correctly gauge or assess whether or not you guys are stronger. Right? The reason for this is this could have gone a lot differently, right? If mid lane here was shoving in, you would have to, like, even if you lose this fight horribly, at least you force Katarina to miss CS, meaning it's essentially a lose-lose for her to help her teammate and go for the tower, right? If she goes for the tower, she denies herself the opportunity to lose CS. If she goes for the she goes for the CS, she denies herself the opportunity to help her teammates and secure the blue buff. However, if she goes for the teammate, she obviously loses CS and health on her turret, right? But since you freeze the lane in the middle right here and don't shove it out before you go to roam, what ends up happening is essentially Katarina can afford to go help with no consequences, right? In addition, this ward down here, it doesn't do much for you. I mean, it's a ward, it's good, it's a start, but this should snowball you. This isn't enough vision. This is vision that you can use to snowball off of, right? So once you, essentially what I mean by snowball is once you spot somebody in this ward, then you know you can go on somewhere else on the map and get vision, right? So essentially you have, are you strong enough to fight them? Maybe. Can I put it like that? Maybe. I feel like this is like a skill matchup. I haven't seen Maokai's items, so if he's like gotten the components of his tank item, you can win this. Diana zoom though, so maybe not. But let's see. You should lose this.
Right here. Oh.
Stop or ult?
Okay, this is not going well. I can't see the fight, but this is not going. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing Maokai dies, Nara dies. Does Nara get away?
Why can't we see that?
Be so great. Nara's gonna mega zoom. I want to see the fight. Come on, guys. Show me something. Right, so you just lost the fight essentially. And Katarina didn't lose any CS. In fact, now she can add turret pressure. Is I gonna tower dive on the Nara? No, hella. Right, so now they also have vision in your jungle. So please, guys, remember the law of 3 questions, or the law of what did I call it? I don't know. It has no name. But remember, get vision control, shove out waves, correctly assess that you're stronger than them, right? Or unequal strength if you feel confident in the outplay.
Cat's gonna dive.
Cat's gonna dive where? Again, inconcise information. So if Cat's gonna dive, if you just hold on, guys. Let's spot this, right? Y'all said Cat's gonna dive, and then immediately face checks. Now I don't know if she meant Cat's gonna dive me in mid lane. If that's the question, then why are you still in mid lane? It is a little hard to say this because I haven't seen the mid lane in a while. But I feel like you just saw Cat, like, yeah. No mind. Just
I
quit
don't have
this.
TP anymore.
Dragon just spawned.
So, that was a problem though. We know that our first and foremost important thing in this comp is abuse the level 6, right? Janna's almost level 6. Everybody else is level 6 or above. This is you guys' power spike, right? This is the time when you can fight them. For sure you can fight them. However, mid lane isn't pushed out. Top lane isn't pushed anywhere far from his tower, right? Top laner just calls out, I don't have a teleport, and you don't have any vision control. You have a little bit of vision around the dragon, but not nearly enough, right? This is sloppy. You went for the jungle invade, and it was sloppy, and now you're doing this. You're losing, like, this is your one chance to snowball out of control from them, right? Or out of their control, essentially. And you're giving it up. So, make sure you correctly assess which objectives are actually majorly important to you guys, right? Yeah, okay, so there's the
They just got it.
good time. It's good that you time this dragon just by doing the little thingy, and then you can write it in later. I hate your item page here. It's completely unrelated. Jesus fucking Christ, man, what are you doing? Another little thing you wanna maybe notice here is the fact that you can't rely too much on the top lanes to split push or push out, just simply because Lissandra pushes super hard compared to a Graves, or sorry, an R, and since they have a Katarina in the mid lane, they can afford to give the blue buff to the top lane, right? But let's see this. So this is a gank coming in from Maokai. Solid gank all in all. Yeah. So Graves, you go for the what's his name, Nautilus. It's fine. If you towered up again, I'm gonna cry. Okay. Crisp kill. No need to go too deep. You haven't got a timer on Graves' flash.
Can we group and
right?
push
So
bot
this is
turret off that?
a bait from them essentially. If he steps up like this, it means he's confident because he knows you're 3 guys there. If you face check now, you're dead for sure. Katarina's gonna be there.
She's probably gonna be bot.
Yeah. Okay. So you even call out right here. Katarina's probably gonna be bot, and we see what happens. Right? Okay. Boom.
Yeah, Katarina is
And
bot.
there we go. And you, yeah, okay, so you blow everything trying to get away. There we go. So they blow a lot of stuff trying to kill you guys, but this is not like this is irrelevant for them because it's not an investment like they're doing. They don't have to save their cooldowns for the dragon or anything. And since you're dead now, they can shove down this turret no problem. All right, Sivir is almost doomed. At least we have the right call here, and we shove out mid and top lane for it. So this is really good. Instead of doing some weird shit with like trying to roam down there and get a counter kill, you just like shove it out, trade objectives, right? Trade objectives until you can correctly get shit for free, essentially.
Yeah, I'm
right?
gonna be running bot. Well, I am running bot, and I have Moby
So
boost,
Vi comes top right here.
That tower should stand as
Okay.
long as you stand.
Easy pressure on top lane turret. Katarina goes back, defensive turret, but you have some damage on them. Essentially, you're preparing them to get shoved, right? Sivir shoves really hard, so all it takes for you guys is one little brief moment with the turret, and that shit's gonna fall over once Sivir hits the spike with the attack speed, right? Which is in around 7 minutes. 5 to 7, depending on how well you see us. So you're here, there's no reason for you to stay. Especially because you don't have any vision. You didn't even drop the ward that you have a full side stone.
I think they have
problem.
some
Let me talk about choke points for a minute here as well. I know we paused this shit a lot. Let me talk about choke points, right? Sivir, your positioning was right here. Graves was down here, whatever, and Nautilus was up here. What you do right now by going to the wall is you allow Nautilus to 100% hit all his skills. If you're standing on this spot, right, you can juke this way or you can juke that way. However, if you're standing to this spot, you can only juke that way. Meaning, standing near a wall essentially is giving yourself or giving your enemy the opportunity to land 100% of your skill shots unless you flash it, right? So I'm okay with running like this because it's essentially the furthest way away from the enemy, like most direct route to your tower while staying the furthest away from the enemy. However, running like this, like running like that and then like that, this is no bueno. Okay. Make sure you do keep yourself in mid ground as much as possible. Okay. Tiny little note. Tornado is down right now, which means you have to play defensive.
Careful, guys.
So I don't know what Katarina and Vi are doing right now.
You got a ward down over there or something, right?
Yeah. Should we call out the ward? What are you gonna What are you gonna do about it? Nobody's actually calling how to deal with these things. You're just calling out the things. I need somebody to say, can somebody sweep this bush, or can somebody pick this bush, right? Or do you even need control of that bush, right?
I'm just gonna go run and go bot.
Vi's bot. She's looking to dive.
So they're looking to dive.
I wanna,
Okay.
I'm coming.
What are you gonna do about that? Nobody's actually communicating. Are you gonna fight for it, or are you gonna disengage? If you try to take that at face value, so to speak.
Okay, we're not entirely behind.
Somebody calls out. We're not too far behind.
She's pushing.
So Lissandra's pushing. Yeah, we know this. This is also the case. Now Naris is dragon or round dragon when you know it's not going to be out for a while. This is also a huge mistake. At least you didn't. I don't know if you have TP actually, but at least he didn't CP top. Tara's that. So essentially, he got nothing out of being bot lane. You never actually want to be somewhere where there aren't anything important for you to do. Best case scenario, you set up a gank here, but worst case scenario, you lose your tower and the pressure, right? And this didn't do you any good. In case you tried to counter with the teleport and then the Katarina 1v1 that, or the Katarina 2v1 or whatever that just happened on Diana, I take it all back. Right, so essentially what's gonna happen here is you guys are in a situation where you're slowly but surely losing, right? You're losing fights, you're losing objectives, you're down 2 dragons, you're even on turrets, but you're down 2 dragons, right? Down a couple of kills as well. I'm not sure in the CS, but it's close to being down, right? What you want to do right now is you want to discuss, like you want to put yourself in a situation where you figure out kind of what is really important for you to fight over. Like what can't you, like absolutely not in any situation afford to give up. Alright, so that's fine. There's no flash. So, oh, that's an overextension there. You're not playing animate, no reason to go that deep. You might have gone for like the exhaust, but just no need to do it when you could just kill the Nautilus again, right? He's not going anywhere. And yeah, you get it right now. At least you gotta kill the mid lane though. This should give you the mid lane turn. But yeah, as I said, the really important thing for you guys right now is to figure out what's important for you. What does your team come? What is? We're playing their game, you say, okay? Now, nobody needs to know what you shouldn't do. Everybody needs to know what you should do, right? So stop making aggressive calls. Essentially means give them free things. What you should say instead is, I think we should focus our calls around X objective. In this case, you want to focus your calls around getting vision on the fucking next dragon because you can't afford to give that up, right? In addition to this, you want to absolutely secure your blue buff, and you want to make sure that Sivir hits that 2-item spike so you can wait for them to make a misplay and then take turrets off of the back of it, right? Very, very simple, but this means so much, this communication. Well, let me take a break to take something to drink. Holy shit. So I like you guys' playstyle. Everybody's clearly pretty proficient on their champions, so it's not like a case of individual outplay. This is a case of everybody playing like it was solo queue, right? But this is fairly standard.
And their team is just all
So that's
about
the
this.
1v1.
We need to calm it way down right now.
Yeah, Nar's not gonna get that kill. Oh, Nar actually got that kill. I didn't see it, but that was cool. Dude, the item pages, mate. Is this like, did you copy something from champion.gg or something? You have to hit me up with information on this. Because this is crisp. Okay, so you get the kill here. If you don't take the middle turret, I will actually kill myself.
They're
No.
bot lane backs.
Yeah.
Their Graves is really big. We need to focus Graves in team fights.
No. Stop. You don't need to focus Graves. Who is we? You say we need to focus Graves, but who is we? Is we everybody? How's this Sivir gonna do against Lissandra Katarina? Even with the Gen appeal, how is she gonna do against Vi for that matter? How is she gonna do against that team comp, right? So you have to be able to actually tell me, like legitimately, that the chances of you killing Graves is worth sacrificing your Sivir, because essentially that's what you're doing. You're saying, let us kill Sivir, right? We're gonna trade Sivir for Graves because there's no way he's gonna deal with this. The correct call right here is for Maokai to go back and peel for the Sivir. Is actually look to interrupt the Katarina ultimate. and for Jenna to get Vi the hell off of Sivir, right? Essentially because she's your only wave clear, meaning she's your only chance of taking a quick dragon if you win a fight, or taking a quick turret if you win a fight, right? But you have to have her. She's also doing okay CS wise. She's not like super far behind. It's not perfect, but it's fine, right? The Graves is fed. I agree with, and should you go for the Graves for sure, but only if you spot an opportunity. You don't want to go out of your way for this. Simply because your team is very telegraphed, right? Maokai has a short range W or a medium range W, which is his way of engaging, and Gnar is predictable because you can see his rage bar, meaning what they're gonna be looking to do with all of their team right now is to peel for the Graves, right? And they just need the Lissandra to peel for the Graves because of the fact that your team is so predictable in when you'll go in. And in return, they can basically guarantee the fact that they can kill you guys. Let's fight for the dragon. This is a good call. What do you need to fight for the dragon? Get the turret. Free gold. Yay. Don't we just love free gold? So you see everybody in mid lane. This is a crisp opportunity to actually get a lot of free pressure. That is your only D ward. The one down here. This is your only quote-unquote D ward, and it doesn't do anything because it's the very first push people sweep. You had the opportunity to go deeper in ward there because you can see everybody on the enemy team, right?
Yeah. Maybe right now it's a little bit risky. Okay.
I like the fact that you guys essentially know everything that's going wrong in this game. You like say it a minute before it happens, and then you don't do anything about it. Really? Oh, well. They should kill you guys. You're playing too aggressive right now.
Lissandra probably has TP. Alright, we need to help Justin here.
So you're caught out of position here. This is fine. Lissandra.
So
you got the TP out here. Okay, good poke. So this is what you want to do essentially. You want to look for, like, everybody in their team is low and mid range. They have a quality, a good opportunity to pick off you guys, right? They have a really good team for picking you off. But if you can stay together as a unit, you can actually put a lot of pressure on them. Simply by having Sivir like run back and forth between the mid lane here and shove out this wave and then run back and kind of stay with the team so he doesn't get picked off, right? But this whole thing with like looking for the engage right here is, I'm not convinced. Can we say it like that? You called out the fact, like earlier, the fact that you guys were weaker than them. You called out the fact that you had to get this dragon. So if we can't, like, if we're not in a situation where we can say, like, with 100% certainty, you know, if they engage in us, we can kill them, then you have to find alternatives, right? Let's hear what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, we're keep them off the dragon, try to get better positioning, but we're not fighting here.
Now, again,
I think we should go.
Try to get better positioning. This doesn't mean anything. What was wrong about your positioning before?
Spread out team fight. I don't think we can necessarily take this dragon.
You don't think you can take the dragon? What do you do instead? So now you do go for, like, now you blow all your mana on like this long range poke. Not good. Our quality. It's fine. Start the dragon. If you actually go for this drag, then that's lost. So you prop the banshees there. Yeah, call it out as well. Now you give up all your positioning to funnel into this little area where they can get all their nifty AoE down on you. Isn't that nice? And Sivir is picked off from the rest of the group here. A good call. You have to get this guy out behind you, right? Good poke on the Nautilus here. So don't get greedy though, because they can still kill you. Nautilus just. So the claw's down. Now you can walk up for the poke. If the Vi goes for the long range dive, then you have the opportunity.
If they wanna come in and fight there.
So essentially, what you want to do here is you don't want to start the dragon here. You want to, like, their way of engaging is very, very clear here. They have a couple things they can do. They can have Lissandra claw in and then W or ult you guys, or ult herself. They can have Vi like going for the flash ult or the flash Q ult, right? And finally, they have the Nautilus ult, right? Now then, they don't want to do the Vi ultimate because they need the Vi's smite to secure this Drake, right? They also don't want to do the Nautilus ult because that allows you guys to reposition too much. So unless Sivir steps up, like, even if Sivir does step up too far, what's going to happen if he gets Nautilus ulted is he's just going to spell shield that shit, right? So the way they want to engage this fight is really with the Lissandra. So she used a claw here, meaning you can actually bait them into a bad fight. But you didn't do that. You start the dragon.
Single target this damage right now.
single target the
So now
dragon.
stand on the
Why?
dragon and tank it.
So now they have it. Okay, so that's
we
the old
got the
con.
Graves ult.
Hmm.
We have
So there we go.
Ragnar.
Okay, so this is exactly what I talk about. Hmm?
come in and fight it. Yeah,
As I said, they want the Lissandra to lead this, right? And we see this right here. You go for the dragon, and there's no there's no reason to. You are stronger than them if you play this correctly. But just taking the damage and forcing yourself into a weird position where Maokai split off here. No bueno. So Maokai does a good job of zoning. It's good fight, right?
Clean up, take dragon.
Perfect. Good job. Okay. So, oh fuck, I just fucked it up. Where were we? Oh boy, I made a mistake. Right, but essentially what I'm trying to get at here is you won that fight because of what we talked about earlier, the good power spike, right? But this doesn't mean it was a good fight. Does that make sense? Like it's a bad fight for you guys essentially. But you won it, so that's good. Now where the hell were we?
Fuck her. Okay, well,
Are we before or after now? We're after or before for sure because the tower is still up. And none of the kills have come in. Okay, so here's the Lissandra teleport. So we should be around here then. I know. A little later maybe. I fucked up so bad. Holy shit. Oh, that's the pause. So we're in later. Maybe like 21:30. Yeah. Oh, so we're at the right point right now. This is actually the exact point. Holy fuck, I'm good. Right. Okay. So AoE kills you guys. You see this? You don't get your exhaust off. You don't get your ult off. They made a mistake here and went for the Janna. You should win this fight pretty much no matter what, because of the fact that you get that good ult right there in the good zone. Essentially what I want to really just point out here is this fight was bad from you guys. I don't want to necessarily reward you guys for doing like something, because you won because of the fact that you were power spiking here and the fact that Gnar got some really good AoE and Maokai did a really good job of controlling the Katarina. But you didn't win because you played it well. You could have gotten that without dying. You could have gotten all of this much easier, right? With patience.
Clean up, take dragon, bot tower. Yeah,
So,
you
good. Now this is good shot calling. Clean up, take dragon, bot tower. Fucking crisp shot calling, right? Now everybody knows what to do.
Really good fight, guys.
Everybody knows what to do with this call, and it's not harder than to say we shouldn't do this or should do that, right? You still don't take the opportunity though to like. Diana goes mid lane, but she neglects the opportunity to get vision here. If she doesn't have any wards, then what the fuck is she doing with her wards? Huh? And if she has put wards down, then these should have been deeper, essentially. That's the call. So now you have to look at... So now we're looking at what's the next move, right? What's the next move? Now you want to fight, now you got the dragon, now you got a lot of gold. What do we have to do now? What are they going to do and what are we going to do, right? We know that the towers are kind of out of the picture now, because the next step, the next logical step here is like these inner towers up and you have an outer turret down. So we can, with fairly, like a fair confidence in our mind, we can fairly confidently say here, they're going to go for this mid tower. They're going to take the opportunity to shove hard and try to get damage on it now. The question is, can you actually keep them off of it? This is entirely reliant on whether or not Sivir has the item power spike here. I don't remember. I don't think she got many kills here. Again, very, very defensive. This is fine here because you have, like, you can't see shit and you know they're in the mid lane, so they could collapse on you. But it's just, it's more of a habit for you than it is like a consequence of the fact that they're there. So you really need to break this habit with only doing these medium defensive wards, right? So as I said, they go for the mid lane tower here. It's actually, honestly, like, I make it sound like it was a huge mistake from you guys to give up that turret, but it's not, like, there's not much you can do from it. It's kind of to be expected. What is a problem right now is the fact that you're letting them ward up your entire jungle with no pressure. The wave was frozen in front of Nara's turret, so it's not like you had to say that shit Comprende, right? Bueno. What's it called? Swiftly, quickly. Face check. Let's face check it with a sidestone full of wards.
Zach, I think keep pushing up top right now.
You're getting your jungle back. However, for what is the question here? Are you getting your jungle back because you're beginning to look for Baron? Are you getting your jungle back because you're scared that they're gonna invade, or because you're just scared they're gonna fight in that place? These guys pause more often. Holy shit. Oh boy. if this is a tournament game, these guys really need to fix their stuff. I feel like. I don't know, man. Honestly.
I do have a lot of unspent gold. I can back and get Aegis right
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I can back and get H's.
Okay, my next item will be Frozen Heart.
Good. Talking about item spikes.
I'm gonna have random ones on back.
And item spikes. Good, good, good. Now everybody knows what kind of spikes we're looking at. Great, great, great. Nobody's still talking about what to do next, though. Your playstyle is inherently reactionary, which is a huge problem. You need to fix this. Work on it, right? Shove out, man. Shove out, man. Shove out, man.
game, so focus on the game. We'll check it if they
We'll
pause.
find out next time they pause.
Yeah, exactly.
Next time they pause. I like the fact that you guys are so positive about this. Small thing here. You don't want to actually upgrade the Frostfang. It's not gold efficient ever. Instead, what you want to do is you want to go for the Shurelius, which has a different name now. Or you want to just sell it and get a different AoE item.
They see you coming.
I don't remember the math, but somebody in Summoner School did the math on this. And you almost never want to upgrade that simply because it's not gold efficient and it's not like this and that and this and that. So now they're invading on your jungle. Diana's split off from the team. I don't know what she's doing. Or he's doing. Now you know that they have control in this area that you're walking in now. So essentially, like you know, since they walk in here and up to this bush, like right here, you know that this is the area that they're gonna have control in, right? So what you want to do instead of coming here through the area that they highly likely just completely overstrew with wards or like what is called pelted with wards, you want to take a different angle and essentially you want to come in through this bush instead, and then you have a pink ward there, so you want to go in there, check the bush, and then sweep the bush, right? And then you want to go out like that. But if you go in through this area where you aren't really in control of the zone, essentially you're allowing yourself to get choked off, funneled into this Katarina, Nautilus, Lissandra Death Trap, right?
At this point, the
I have a
game,
lot of AoE
don't
damage, so
Naganara
respect it.
anywhere near.
Nowhere near that Naganara. Good call.
Yeah, they want a team fight right now.
Yeah, they want a team fight, for sure.
We have a lot of good wave clear, honestly.
Someone's
We
gonna
can,
need a
I disagree,
Alright,
but
man,
only
it should-
because
No, it shouldn't be you. We can send
I can do it.
Diana definitely. Nara, stay here.
Alright, if you wanna go, you can go.
Yeah, I think
Why?
Diana's got that. That's
is it because of the item spike or because she shoves faster, or what
I think
is
they're
what is the
back
reason?
on. We have enough vision to know they're not coming down to rotate
Hmm?
on you. Alright, yeah, Katarina's going top
I can
player.
get this Lissandra.
So this is a good opportunity. You know they're backing off to do all kinds of stupid shit right now. So this should be a pick. Yeah, there we go. And good lockup, good lockup. Easy, easy, easy. Now you can shove out this turret. Huh?
Now, we can't really get in her, but we can push this up. Top is already shoving. I think we can maybe
I don't know,
rotate.
we can get a pick on these guys. I can fly.
So you have two opportunities here.
we're
You can rotate on top lane, or you can get vision in the enemy bot side jungle.
too close to tower. We're too close. To
Either are good calls. It's really.
you go check that. I think.
Okay.
Okay. Should we rotate top? I think we can rotate top.
Yeah, rotate
Yeah.
At least get some
Please
damage.
drop wards on your way there, so you can catch them out in a rotation. That's not one. That's one
I
more.
got it, I got
You want to drop that like before you have to split yourself off from the team. Just drop it over the wall like that. Like I think Diana just did. Easy, easy.
15 gold.
Now you also know that Katarina just
Yeah, I mean,
came from
we're
here,
not
so
gonna
you
get
want to
this
at
far
least
right
drop a pink ward in the bush, or like have somebody sweep somewhere. So you know that they're like you know that you're relatively in the clear. Good, good, good. Allowing yourself to land good poke, easy poke. Pretty easy. So this is a good wave to work
Yeah,
with.
we don't want to get engaged.
But because Sivir isn't entirely at her item spike yet, she doesn't have the boots. I just think she doesn't have flash because she's playing kind of bad.
I think back and prep for that.
Yeah, everyone back and then move to that side of the map.
I got Q coming in. You're good.
Good. So everybody's making concise calls now. That's what I want to hear.
Just back off a little bit more. I think Colin, you're
Ward
good.
on Baron, like just in case.
Yeah, I got it.
So we just analyzed for like a second ago that these guys were all over your map right
Yeah,
here,
they're looking
meaning
for
essentially people are
something.
backing
Don't really need to back.
most likely on wards, right? And they respond immediately because they see you back by shoving in this mid lane turn. And now they go for the dragon pressure because they all saw you just back right now.
Oh, good call.
Diana has no reason to do that. She knows the team is there.
Much pressure.
It worked out, but it was a bad call, right? Everybody was there and you had no vision on it. So don't
I
do
don't
this.
have any
You also have no vision right here, so Vaya's in range to like Q out of the wall and dunk you guys right now and then follow up on it.
Yeah, there's enough time.
So you want to ward over the wall
Shove
before
up
you
mid,
begin
Diana's
taking
got
this
bot.
crap.
I'm gonna come back with wards. I think they back.
Or you have no ward, my bad.
They're also prepping for this. this fight.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a ward here.
Liz is top lane. She doesn't have
Oh,
teleport.
there's.
Good. This is a really good call. What does this mean for you guys? It means invade ASAP. Liz is top lane and she has no teleport is what I'm hearing from you guys. So I want to see you guys go in and take advantage. Oh, he does. Maokai does. This is good. What's going on? Is the replay fucked up? Or am I like...
Make sure we can get
Okay. So you go in and get the vision down.
No, we don't have
Really,
this.
really good, guys. This gives you a lot of power right here. First of all, it gives you a longer range in which you can like disengage while poking. And second of all, it gives you more control of like when and how they were going to contest. This is bad. You can pick off Liz there. Good. Liz is forced to Sonya. She's going to ult herself. No, she dies with her ultimate. That's bad from them. Really good. Now this is a good fight for you guys, and it all spawns from the fact you have proper vision control here.
Yeah, she's take the dragon.
Please pull the dragon out.
Okay, great.
I think Vizsla is ult, by the way. Did she? I don't know.
Are you going over? Alright,
Good. Aggressive play from the Diana. She's not scared of anything, man. Now, Graves shoved in the turret here. He should have been there for the fight, but he didn't.
Do we want a Baron?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Good.
So they have pink.
Interesting call on the Baron. As we just mentioned, we don't have any control over it. But it's fine since they just died. What's the actual death timers around this like level and time in the game? Because if they have home guards, like Sivir is still okay. She has her items back now. She should burn. Like it should be taken out pretty quickly. No, because nobody's warding it. You should step up and ward it. You see the list now. Remember the base gates are there, right? With this wave would usually give you some degree of safety from this kind of thing. But since the base gates are a new thing, they can actually just go out there. And this entire route is clean for you, right? And you just blew everything winning that fight. So you want to be careful with that.
Alright, now look it up. I mean, chances are we're gonna.
Right, okay. Another pause. Way, hey.
Unfortunate game.
I'm not really used to doing this play-by-play analysis. I don't like doing it. I mean, I can do it, but it's not how I would normally coach people.
When playing on the Starbucks free Wi-Fi.
Get over to McDonald's. They're better.
Crisp. I don't know. Can I fast forward in this? I want to fast forward. Right. We can take the time, I guess, to talk about what's gonna happen next.
Alright, wait,
Essentially, what you want to do now is you want to
strats right
maintain
now.
control in the jungle and look for a pick.
I don't know if you're doing
Your
that.
best bet here is rotating between
To get some stuff.
mid and bot lane,
Okay,
simply
so do
because
we want to send the Gnar split pushing, or I think actually our goal here. I don't know if we can break base, but I think we
No.
can get those two outers.
yes, you can. You can get the 2 outers, but you can't break
So I
the
think maybe
base.
send Gnar goes top, us four go bottom lane, and pressure that, and then we'll get bot tower first probably, or whichever one goes down first. We just immediately go to the
I
other
think
one.
we should go bot since we do have a push going on right now.
Yeah,
you can
and you
check
have
blue
good
box.
vision on it. Right. So you do you make a good call here, going for the bottom lane turn. You have a huge black spot down there, but you see them rotating through it now. You can pick them off actually right here in this rotation because they want to shove out the mid lane. Knowledge should be dead here.
If they push mid, we're just gonna get like inhib. So we don't need to worry that much. Nautilus is in our
This is
jungle.
incorrect because they shove harder than you. You won't get in him.
Okay, you have a Grace behind you.
No, bad. Way too aggressive from the
Didn't mean to do that.
from the guy there, Diana.
Alright, so wait a little bit before we get.
Now you have your immediate zone actually warded. You have a ton of ward in the mid lane, but they don't actually cover anything important, right? They just cover the river. You have a lovely view of a crab. Now this Nautilus is an idiot, but that should have been you guys dying right there, essentially. So good pick from them. You guys get split up. That's a problem. Yeah. Okay. So this is not crisp. I like the fact that you immediately tell him it's like what to do instead of what he shouldn't have done, right? Call out the TP. Well, the Katarina happens. And now Maokai comes in. But you're 2 tanks right now. You should lose this. Just straight up lose it. Because you're 2 tanks. And one of them is a jungler tank. Yeah. You're gonna get burnt here. Right, okay, so what happened there was essentially you got a good pick and then you split up instead of going in the same direction. I want to hear you guys call out what way you're going so you can go there as a team. If you can't do it, then make it work, because this is super important. That'd kill you.
My fault there. I shouldn't have done what I did
Some guy takes responsibility.
by himself. I didn't think
It wasn't actually this guy's responsibility. I just want to point that out.
No, we were just gonna push.
Because this was nobody's responsibility. This was everybody splitting up.
Grab them real quick.
See, do I have friends or something? No.
Yeah, you go bot. Me and
Someone
Colin,
click.
So you don't have any Baron buff anymore, but you still have the same game plan. That's
But you got a
dangerous. Yeah, Diana should die here.
See, they're getting pretty close.
Dies. 1-for-1 is fine. Graves, as I said earlier with the Silver, Graves is also their main opportunity to shove, meaning if you can pick off the Graves like that, it's not too bad, because while you deny yourself the opportunity to create more picks because your Diana is dead and your tanks deal no damage, you also put yourself in a situation where they won't have the same ability to shove. So they can move the waves to your turret, but they can't really take the turret, right? Without the Graves.
Almost don't
At least not unless you guys really show them a lot of respect, which is not good.
take that.
So you're looking to get your waves under control. This is adherent to the 3 things we talked about earlier. Shove waves, get vision control, correctly assess that we're stronger. We just want to fight under like at the dragon earlier and such. So we know that we can fight them, right? We're also pretty good on item spikes. So we have a fair chance of fighting them here. The question is when and where, right? They have a lot of AoE damage, while we have a lot of chase potential and tanking potential. So we want to be in a position where we can zone them and deny them the opportunity for too much AoE, right? Meaning essentially what we're looking to do is we want to fight somewhere around the lanes instead of like in a choke point like this. If we have a Gnar that just has the opportunity to go in the jungle, then we take it. But we don't want to like rely on the Gnar being in mega. It's too unreliable, right? So look for ways to kind of kite them in the mid lane. Man, I thought Katarina flashed her. That was fucking. She eat, but I thought she flashed. So see, now we're looking at the Graves that I talked about. He's shoving. He's doing all the shoving right now. You could pick him here. Wait, no, you don't have Regis Glory.
1 minute drag. I'm just gonna try and skip.
We have this going on here.
Good.
1 minute on drag.
Good call. You see the back?
That recall, we don't need to overcommit.
Yeah. So this guy is playing really weird. Maokai overextends because Nautilus just overextended, which isn't good. And then you use your speed up to kind of just stick around. Burn a flash, that's good. Good. Now you can take the bot lane turret, absolutely not an issue here. But you go for the kill. If you go for the kill, that's bad. Right, okay. So Maokai, way out of position here. He's gonna get picked off, and you just make the pick on Nautilus useless. This is a really bad fight for you because you don't have to take it. You can just take the turret instead.
Graves has to back, so we might still just be able to get this.
Can I ult this? Can I ult this?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I don't
Good
think
pressure.
So.
Spell shield. Fine.
Yeah, everyone's up for them now. We need to back out.
Yeah. You guys have this really interesting tendency to like. Okay, so you have a team down here or something, and then one guy goes in while the guy in here he goes out, and then the guy who just went in he takes a lot of damage, so he goes back out again. You want to actually collapse and stuff instead of like going in one by one, like the Maokai just did. And then the Sivir walks up to hit somebody while everybody's chilling in the back. You want to like move sort of like more like a wave, collapse on people at the same time. Even if you don't even if everybody can't hit it, you put yourself in a position where you can immediately collapse, right? Maokai runs down. Nautilus will be there faster. You give up a lot of pressure right here. There's no need to. There's the TP.
I don't know. Not with Alessandra.
Alright, so this dragon is theirs. Time it.
Yeah, just
Time it. Press to C like you did earlier.
They're not contesting.
The stress is getting through good happens.
Okay, we have a really big lane.
Depressing.
So we could try and keep 'em
There it
here,
is. Too late.
We could
and
just
then
go
have
bot.
the
I can go in on them.
I'm not.
So
I'm
you
not
just
grabbing
back
them,
and
don't grab
oh fuck, the fight happens. Oh no. Show me the fight. Come on. Show me the fight. Oh wow, how did you win this? Oh, that's because Lissandra wasn't there. Okay. So as we mentioned earlier, Lissandra is the one looking to like engage the fight, and she isn't there. So that's why you guys managed to get off with that pig. Again, splitting up, not good. Go the same direction. If you can't go the same direction, then don't. Like, what are you doing there in the first place? Play as a cohesive unit when you're playing this kind of team fight comps. You can afford to split out if you're playing like a pig kite comp, but that's not what you're doing. You're playing a team fighting comp, right? Oh boy. She should have pressed that. Holy shit, she has Sonya's up.
They're sitting on mid. They're sitting on mid. Don't go that way.
Oh, this is a good call from them rotating on mid lane. This is the only wave that they have shoving, so they are not fulfilling their conditions now. But because you guys didn't have your waves under control either, they can capitalize on it, right? And once again, split off from the group. It doesn't matter if it's Maokai or like fucking Janna that split off from the group. The problem is that you're doing it.
We're gonna have a little window of opportunity. Where
You want to communicate ways in which you're moving. So not just
we can't-
go over here. You want to communicate everybody take this direction, right? Go up, go down, go left, go right, etc. Easy, easy, easy. It's not any harder, right? Dragon's back up, or Baron's back up, by the way.
Okay.
You want to get vision on that. You look for the pick here. No. You want to like split off instead of. I'm not entirely sure what's happening right now. You're shoving up the turret, but like, why is my question?
The red might be out.
So now you get a lot of pressure on this bot lane turret, but they'll take
The
Baron
red is
for it.
up, the red is up. Colin, come here.
They should take Baron for it. Let me put it like that. So you see, like they're already prepping the Baron. You see Katarina going up and warding their own blue. They're
I'll get vision
clearing
on
the
you guys
root.
short wave.
Interesting choice to not look at the minion wave as well, because they now know that the ward is there, or they should if they pay attention, right? So yeah, as you see, they're
Graves is coming bot.
they shouldn't
Yeah, I'm
actually contest this. They should give you the bot tower and take the Baron. But so this is a misplay from their behalf, based off of a misplay on your behalf. It's fine that you're keeping up pressure, but please pay attention to what's important to you. I don't know what happened. How do you
Alright,
pick off
we-
Nautilus like
we
that?
Baron?
No, because you have no control over it.
Alright, move up to Baron.
Baron still deals a lot of damage. Wait, is Lysandra also dead? Since when? I'm not seeing everything I
upgrade
should.
for anybody? No. Okay.
Okay, so that's an interesting
Yeah.
call. We don't have any upgraded sweepers. You should have had. I don't have a blink ward either. This is really
Do we
risky.
wanna do it? We might be able to just look for a fight here. I think we should just go for a quick fight. Oh, actually, fuck it.
But you can't because you don't have control in the area. They're not
Yeah,
gonna
we
face
should-
check you unless they're absolute
We
idiots.
need to get
Let's
on the Graves,
watch,
though.
and your plans are
everyone on their
foiled.
team's out.
And now everybody's
I don't know,
spawned.
our window of opportunity might be closed by now.
Yeah, your
That's
window.
right.
Oh, there's the pick. Right. So, shit. So this is really, really good and really, really bad. That was a good pick from them, but because you're ahead, you aren't punished for it. They should have lost you the game right here, honestly, if they were like better. I think even it's because Graves canceled an auto attack, but I'm not sure. Good zone from Maokai here, but you do have a problem with splitting too far off from the group. I like the fact that you're really good at tanking, but you tank too much, right? You're tanking damage you don't have to. Even if you do zone the right guy here, which is
recall. You guys push up.
good call. Really, really well played.
Little did you know that was
And you
also
have
avoided.
Janet Snyder.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Good. This is like an inhibitor. Why is Ziver not hitting the
It's
turret?
still warded.
Hit the damn turret, mate. Hit the damn turret, Ziver. No. You don't need. Oh, so.
She got it off. How the fuck did that happen? All right, so she's back. You guys should move out of there.
This kills you.
Yeah, I'm coming in for a shield.
Wait, no. Graves doesn't have ult. He should have killed you. I
Alright,
could
good
have
job.
killed you if Graves had ultimate.
And back quickly because they might revenge Baron.
Yeah, we're gonna be on that side of the map anyways.
So Baron's still in like an objective.
Throw a blind Q in.
You don't have division though. Oh, so they're on it and they get it, right?
Okay. We can kind of take this.
It's
fight.
pretty straightforward from them. You kill them and then you don't take the opportunity to back, so they know you're gonna have to back after you fail to siege the
I
turret.
think,
Right?
I think I got
So-
double slow. I may have just
So you get the picture. This is fine. They can. I'm not gonna turn this.
we need to get cat. Get cat.
Right.
Go on,
So
go on, what's his name? Graves. Everybody on Graves.
good. So you have some good
Alright,
shot
she's-
calling
she's
actually.
back.
I
She's
like
gonna
the
ward
shot
it
calling.
all.
Go on Graves. Go on Katarina. Right. This is good. Great.
Alright,
Oh god, don't get died.
move out of tower range.
Hey, the sun is. Right. So you have a really good set of shot callers,
Not
right?
you. Not you. What are you
Please,
doing?
mate. Please, mate. Oh boy. Oh, that was close to being a problem. They are all dead. Tank the turret. Now you can tank too much, Maokai. Remember what I talked about earlier with moving your fucking waves, right? You can see what's going on right now.
Yeah, go take track.
Ain't no goddamn waves. So you ain't got no goddamn towers. GG, well played.
I'm about to have a heart attack.
I shouldn't have
Alright,
time
they're
to
coming
collapse
in.
on this.
I think you
Oh,
guys
I
should
actually
be able
do.
to kill it. Make sure you're gonna have to disengage off this though.
You can go in.
yeah.
Fine.
Good job.
You should
Those
not
three
stay
guys,
around for this
three
crab,
guys.
mate. Everybody got the
Back
ults
if you need
off.
to.
And you don't need the crab. I mean, it's
Head
like
up mid,
35 gold
shove
or
that wave
50
out
gold or
top. We
whatever.
have side lanes pushing right now.
We have silence pushing. Good. What are you going to do with them? No Baron, so you want to shove out mid, right? That's good.
Mine got taken off. Take red buff, Colin.
Take red buff on the Sivir while your lanes are shoving. It's
They've
questionable.
got a lot bot side right now.
Hmm?
We can maybe make a play for top tower, depending on how they play this.
Interesting call. And the answer is actually no, you can't.
Hold on, I have zone.
You can't make a play for top tower because of
Yeah,
the
so
fact that
everybody's
you don't
got
have any
it.
control of that side jungle. So the call here
We
isn't
can just preemptively head up top.
the call here isn't we can make a play for top side tower. The call is we can get jungle control and then go for top side tower. Right? Make sure you fulfill all the three things you have to fulfill.
Red. Graves is taking red.
Graves is taking red.
Nautilus is holding mid lane. Lissandra was last top. Vi was top side. And
Good,
Lissandra
good,
backed.
good. Giving everybody an overview of where people are, what's going on. Everybody's stacked mid lane. Nars pushing out, but it's gonna be slow as fuck. Oh, Diana,
Uh,
this is a mistake.
I think we're gonna have to let him die. Let him die. Let him die.
Yeah, just back
Yeah.
off.
This should be an inhib. Oh boy, this should be an inhib for sure. Oh no. Whew. Thank God. Right, okay, so the correct call here is, I don't know, you have no wave clear anymore because those two guys were just your wave clear. You have to give up this inhib essentially. Jenna doesn't have actual wave clear. Maokai has a sapling, but I mean, come on. And Nar has like a boomerang that does nothing. You could like go for an outplay or something, like when they dive you, which they should. Yeah, so here we go. No? What the fuck? Right. They're just ignoring you. That's actually a pretty good call. You don't have any damage coming out of here. Good. Like, no reason to stay too long or die for it. It's gonna go down anyways. You could have maybe there's no. I was gonna say you could trade for the top tower, but no, that would have cost you inhib turrets as well. They can't enter unless they get a super crisp pick on you guys. If the Gnar, oh, that's great. Coming out of the Gnar. This is Diana Candyland.
Home guard out if you have it.
Yeah, great. So Diana can get some picks here. No Q coming out now. Nora's gonna live. All right. So everybody's got. Yeah, everybody's good. No Sivir rolls. You won't catch them. The correct response here is to hit these minions like a motherfucker.
2 versus 3
Right?
now.
Oh
You guys
boy.
go on the Graves.
Oh shit. This Graves isn't messing around.
No, yes,
Right. So this is just over chasing. I think. Like we weren't sure whether to just shove out waves or go for the fight still, but you go for the fight kinda, and then it ends up punishing you. Nobody died for it, so it didn't cost you the game.
Alright, so this Graves is the only one we need to care about. I'll deal with the
Nautilus is usually picking. No, they actually don't. Oh, right, okay. So I assumed the guys were backing like you did.
I don't know how he got vision of me.
Mistake from everybody here.
We just needed to be safer in lanes there.
Yeah.
Once you fall behind like
Now
this,
we gotta play
essentially,
passively, but we gotta stay
the call
clear.
is how long can we wave clear? Essentially, it's not can we get a kill or anything. It's just how long can we wave clear. Oh boy. Again, everybody splits up. Everybody gets picked off. This is, if they're smart, they go for the Nexus turret right now because they have minions on it. They can.
Alright, now I think we're gonna have to back off this.
I should have say if they're brave.
Yeah, Death Timers.
If they're smart,
Death
I go for
Timers,
this
They got
turret.
another inhib here.
So if they end on this push, I can believe this, but they won't. I think they're gonna back and go for maybe 4th dragon and Baron or something. Yeah, they are too low for sure. That's bad. No reason to go in there.
Get
Like,
him. Graves needs to die.
but how? You have no damage with the 3 living members.
Nice ult.
Um.
I'm out.
So in your best case scenario, you like, yeah, you trade essentially.
I don't know how he's not good.
I'm home guarding out in 5.
Giving us really dangerous right now.
Not die.
Alright, I have all.
I didn't see the fight, so I don't know who has ults on that team.
No.
Now this is a
We need to
mistake.
stop banging.
Yeah, so that you have 2 inhibs down.
And
It's just about
like that,
wavering right
stay
now.
grouped.
47 on Baron.
Um,
Gonna go.
I wanna,
Shove sideways. We're probably gonna have to give up Baron.
yeah, I wanna go over really quickly what happened in this game essentially. So the number one mistake I'm seeing is I'm seeing calls that aren't prepared properly, right? So you're not getting the proper vision for a call, you're not shoving out your waves like you're supposed to, and you're not necessarily timing your calls with your item specs, right? This number two mistake, the number two biggest mistake I'm seeing in this game here is a tendency to split up too much in team fights. I would encourage you guys to play picks like what am I looking at here? I would encourage you guys to play picks like if you want to like straight up just win at the moment, you should probably just play like Graves, Corki, and then go for less team fighting stuff, more pick stuff, maybe a Rengar or something. I don't know. I'm not saying Rengar is a good pick right now, but it's a pick, right? However, oh boy, that's a mistake as well. Everybody died now. I don't understand why Liz didn't take that claw. She has like everything set up for her. Oh god. Right, so there's the resets and GG, well played. But yeah, as I said, your number one mistake here is not preparing your calls properly. So please remember, first of all, what we do is we make sure that that we have the proper vision, right, in the relevant area. The second thing we do is we make sure that we have what's it called? We want to make sure that we have the wave shuffling. And the third thing we do is we have to correctly assess that we're stronger than the enemy, right? And yeah, focus on staying together as a team. Focus on asking yourself these questions, really. Do we have what we need, right? I want to hear here. Very quiet. Everybody knows you could have won this game, as you could. Surrender voting is bad, by the way.
We shouldn't have started there.
No, there are some fights that. Well, yeah.
And we didn't play our position on the map very well.
Right, guys. I'm sorry, but I don't know if I can pause like this OBS shit, and I don't have editing tools, so I'm gonna have to cut it out here. Because I'm pissing my pants, essentially. I hope you guys can use this, and I hope it makes sense to everybody. Hit me up if you have any questions. Bye.